What is up, YouTube? LazeeLlama here, and here we are back with some Clicker Heroes. As you can see, I've broken 9,000. I've been doing a bit of fish pushing. I've been kind of chugging along. I could keep going. I could honestly do this fish or clickable pushing all day. Keep progressing. I mean, I go up like 200 zones every time at this point, and it hasn't really been declining from 200 zones. I'm honestly pretty sure I could break 30,000 right now. But we're going to save that for either next Transcendence or the one after. I don't really plan on pushing too much this next run either. I'm going to have a slow start. You can see we're going for like another 70 hour. Again, I could have did this a lot earlier. I spent a lot of time in this Ascension here. I did not get on as early as I wanted to, as well as I did not do all the runs I wanted to. I wanted to do a second run. That's not going to happen. I may, however, probably not. I'm going to probably be really close, and it's going to be upsetting. But let's ascend. Please give me 22. No, and yeah, that's so reachable in one go, but it's not worth spending the time, as I can get back up to a point of, you know, something like that, and then instantly just, you know, get a ton. I get like, you know, at the very minimal like 12 in one ascension when I first, you know, reach an ascension spot. Anyways, let's just jump right in. Transcend. Okay, I messed up. I mean, I wanted to respec anyways. But just so you guys know, you can highlight over this respec thing and see your total number. So you can see I'll be at 670. I just want to kind of let you guys know you can do that. I did bring this up way back, probably episode 100 something, maybe even before we reached the hundreds. I showed this off, and I totally forgot about it. And like 3 people like let me know about it. So I just kind of wanted to let you guys know on video that you can do that. You can highlight that and see. But anyways, we are not respecing. We are transcending though. So let's get to it. Oh, I forgot. We don't one-click. I literally was like concerned there why I did not just insta-kill. I did end up doing my rush, the rush, and we did lose another guy. And then in the middle of the rush, I did it right. I waited till this guy was up. I put this on, did my gem rush, so everything else would, you know, get its time done. And literally, they died like 4 hours through, so I still have to wait a ton of time for the recruiting. It was like 2,000 gems to revive, so obviously I couldn't, and we used the extra life. So they're down to 1 life, still 2 here, and then 0 up here. We did get the 70 gems from it. I think we got 72 or something, 71 or 72. Got the higher amount, whatever it was. And then this is like a 4 hour, or sorry, no, a 2 hour, I lied. A 2 hour, 10 or 11 rubies. I was going to go on a 15-minute, like 20% hero soul thing, but I figured why do that when we can, you know, just ascend and do this. We do have CLadas here, which is nice. That's beautiful. Let's claim this first, obviously, and then get out on. That will be good. Sadly, they'll be sitting like that for a while, as again, it's late in the day. I probably won't even get many runs in tonight. It's going to be an inefficient start for sure. We did get a lib. All right. If you give me a solid Solomon. Wow, these Kumas are ridiculous, but we got nothing other than that. Jeez, how many Kumas did we get? We have the 1, 2. I mean, we put them on, I guess. Nah, honestly, Dora is probably better at this stage. 3, 4. Yeah, we got 4 of them. Jeez. No, but seriously, Dora is going to be better. We've got... We don't really need Chrono. Mimsy be better than that. And then we could keep one of the Kumas, I think. Probably the best bet. We don't really need the extra time. Yeah, I guess one of the Kumas for now. That's a really bad start. If we don't get Solomon... Dude, this could be really bad. We're going to save it because I need CLadas and I need a Solomon. I need 1 level of Solomon. Without a level of Solomon, you're kind of screwed off the start. We can do that with 1 reset, which leaves me to 3, which is really low, and then I can drop 2 levels in there. I still have 1 left over. I'm gonna save that because I will get 8 at level 50. I can spend those, and if there's still left over, I'll spend them in Solomon. But that's pretty bad. There's lib coming up next too. Like, that's not a bad order for everything. It's just we kind of got screwed. Anyways, let's just kind of get going with Tree Beast here. Yeah, let's hold that, put that on hold so we don't go to level 9. That's going to take too long until, actually, we can, realistically, we'll come back to 4 and just farm level 4. No, that's too low. We'll go back up to 8 and farm 8. Get that done. Wait till our idol kicks in, which will speed us up a good bit. We can do that, and then, realistically, I don't care about leveling anything other than Libertas. I'm just going to not even pay attention to anything else until we can't afford any more levels, which is going to be right now. So at 7 levels of lib, which isn't too bad. Honestly, I think door percent is going to be better. Although I'll get 2 levels in here anyways, and we don't really need the level here, but for the 1 level, why not? We'll get it back when we respec it anyways, so. Yeah, this is kind of crap. The only thing I could have did better is not have bought this. Waited till I got to my 100th relic, because you get a relic at level 100. And I could have saw if that was a Solomon, and if it is, you'll realize that I did this inefficiently, because if that was Solomon, I could have switched that up because I wouldn't need Solomon until then, and then I could have had more levels in Libertas. Or CLata, sorry. No, I wouldn't have Libertas. But yeah, I mean, that's the only way I really could have did that better. And I do realize that thinking back to that, so. Anyways, let's spend our 21 levels here. I don't know how I want to do it. I really do want to get Chore back up there because I'd like to hire Chore, but I don't. Technically wise, all right. I technically looked into this. I checked a bunch of references. What I have right now isn't bad. I should technically have less of these two, a little bit less here, and like anywhere from like 10 to like 13 on that. I should have a slightly higher fan, which is where most of that would go, and I should have a much lower Pony Boy. I'm not going to lower Pony Boy more. I do want to get Borb up. As well as probably drop a few in here. I want to get these higher levels. I know technically it's not efficient, but if it works for me, I'm going to just keep doing it. So I'm not going to be following any like spreadsheets or references. Again, I did look into them though, just to see how I was doing. I do want to get this to 300 though. 100% get that to 300. Which is with 8, meaning I can drop a couple levels in here. You just got to think, I'm putting 3 in for what is realistically like, what, 1%, 1.5%. That's not bad, but is it good is what you got to think about. We do have 5 Ancient Souls left. I kind of want to drop them in here. Just because I want to get this up to like 50 one day. Just see what a level 50 does. But I don't know. And what I can do is after I do this, I can then next ascension, respec, lower this back down, level fan up again. You know, kind of like just undo what I was doing. Like kind of how it went before you, oh, sorry if you heard my phone go off. Kind of what you would do before when you were following the spreadsheet. 1 minute. Get all these. Because how you'd respec a lot. Because things would change. Like you'd spend things, and then the ascension after you'd undo what you just spent, and you know use the combination of 2 transcendences together to basically get what you're looking for. So we'll probably end up doing that actually. I think I will go up 5 here. I think that's kind of how I want to do that. And then again, maybe not next Transcendence, but the one after. I do want to get 1 or 2 more levels into Fan really soon, because I know I do need a higher Fan. So that would be the goal. Over time, you know, long-term goal. Gotta level you up more, get you up to 150. Buy all upgrades. We are going to kill up pretty decently. 1 minute, just check out this text real quick and see what this was. I think it was my mother. Yes, it was. Good guess, huh? Alright, so we've got a couple questions to go over today. Actually, 4 if I'm not mistaken. And even some for tomorrow already planned out. Again, it's been a while since I've actually... the weekends are a great time for me to stock up on kind of questions to talk about. I don't make many videos of Clicker Heroes over weekends. Like, that's kind of my more of like break, because I do extra recording on Thursdays. So it kind of works out good in that aspect to stock up on some for the beginning of the week. And we got some good ones. We got some good questions. Let's do one real quick before we get to level 50 here. And it's from, did you know you can change your name? Which you can on YouTube, I think like once a month or something. But or they're limited, I think, but something like that. But anyways, loving the series. Also, my question is, what gets you further, idle or active? I've been using an active build, but I've also tried idle. Alright, so I'm going to be completely blunt and honest with you. This is 100%, I guess not 100% opinion based. There is statistics that show this is kind of true as well, but I'm going to talk very negative towards active builds. Active is absolute crap. Again, if you're playing all active and you like it, keep doing your thing. But if you're playing active, you're playing the game wrong. Active is just utter absolute crap. Ever since they came out with Transcending, Active's been trash. It honestly is. No matter what you say, Active's bad. Hybrid, however, is extremely good. Early game, I'd say if you're under 3K, I would not, under highest zone over 3K, I would not even look into any active stuff, and we can buy that too. Playing any kind of active is just is crap if you're under 3K. If your higher zone is not 3K yet, don't even buy any active stuff. It's not worth it. Maybe if you want to experiment, you can, but is it going to get you much farther? Not really. Is what it gets you going to be worth it? No. But playing, what I do is, and this is what you should do 3K plus. And when you're doing that, like you get it later on in your run. I get it normally later than mid of your run, but getting it around midway through your highest zone ever is pretty good. But basically, you idle your way through the whole beginning of the game until you cannot idle further. When the idles, like, you're not insta-killing things at the end of your run, that's when you're going to be done with idle, and you're going to go active, and that's when you're going to set your auto-clickers up. And honestly, you're going to need at least one auto-clicker to make it, worth it, unless you're using an external auto-clicker, which you can do as well. I guess that's a workaround, but by the time you're 3K plus anyways, you'll probably have an auto-clicker, maybe two, at your disposal. So you kind of let it actively click, do its thing. You can do the whole fish thing where you basically come out of idle, you stop it, don't let your combo go away, but come out of idle, wait to 60 seconds, click the clickable, you'll get a ton of gold, go back active and spend that gold on your, leveling your heroes, and you'll get a really big boost out of it. And that's why they kind of work really well together. It's just active alone. Let me put it this way. If you're actively, or if you're idly killing something, you're seeing it insta-kill. If you're one-clicking things, with or without an auto-clicker, it's slower, even if it's one click, than for idle to insta-kill things. I mean, this is an insta-kill, but for idle to actually insta-kill something, it is actually slower than a one-click, which is really where my big downside to it, because I'd say people can argue, I can push up to that point, no problem. Yes, you're not going to get as high because you can't do the clickable thing if you don't have the idle gold, but it's slower. And over like 1,000 zones, you literally lose like 5 to 10 minutes. It really depends on your Kuma level, how much you're going to actually lose in that, but you lose a lot of time. I did a bunch of testing, I don't remember what episode it was, where we experimented with some other actually viewers. They kind of tested it out, they went active. We were around the same stage of the game. I completely forget where it was. Someone may be able to recall in the comments. So if you're curious, you could look there. Maybe someone will post around what episode I talk a lot about it. But yeah, that's a thing. We are really late on time. Holy crap, I gotta move on. Jeez, we have to push some of these till tomorrow, actually. We might do that. Okay, this is a quick one. I'm gonna butcher this name, and I apologize. Soongu? I have no idea how to pronounce your name. If you'd like to leave me an easy way to pronounce it in the comments for next time, you can. But nonetheless, it's displayed on screen. But hey, what are those silver coins? I've never seen them appear on my screen. Alright, so I should have showed this before because I doubt it's in here. Oh, it is. Look at that. It's Fortuna, basically. And what it is you get 10 times gold. So any silver coins I get are 10 times gold. I don't have it right now to show you, but I had like a high percent. If you look at some of my other videos where I'm leveling it up, you could see like what my percentage looks like it's at. And it's a pretty high percent to get 10 times gold. And it does actually multiply off chests. So if you take whatever the chest is, and you get a 10 times gold out of a chest, it's that much more. So it's a ton of money. It adds up. It's good to get. It's not super important early game. I mean, I would still get it, but it doesn't add up to be super effective early game. But when you get it, it's great. Late game, you get it fairly often, just like treasure chests. You don't get a ton of treasure chests right off the bat, but once you get going, you can start getting treasure chests like every other kill, which really keeps your game moving. Yeah, we didn't get lucky there, so it wouldn't have mattered. And then I got an extra 40, which I cannot spend. I should have actually leveled that up a couple times. I probably could have gotten, probably not 60 out. Actually, I didn't have any forge cores because I spent them. I guess we can spend those here. Spend 8 here, and then level you up to the same spot. We can go one more here. And I guess we'll level Kuma up for the ha-has. Yeah, that just kind of answer your question there. Again, moving on, we've got JE coming in. So I have a problem. I've tried Merc Ascension today, and it didn't work for me. I have absolutely no idea where I went wrong. I did the exact same thing as you, where you're supposed to do, but my Quick Ascension only went about 20%. That's not good, of course, but I've heard that you can go up 200 times, so I was quite disappointed. Well, 20% up from where you were. That's not terrible. I mean, that's still a boost. You got to think you're still skipping a decent bit, but that's not that crazy by any means. But okay, so where are we at? So I was quite disappointed. My 5th ascension. It was okay. It was your 5th ascension. And it just says, was it too early nor too late? Okay. So I did respond to the comment with fairly decent detail, but it could just be where you're at in the game. Again, I didn't get to do it early game because I didn't know about it, so I don't really have any experience in how it's supposed to, or like when you're supposed to be able to actually do it. But I would try to do it more towards the middle of your ascension and see how it goes, and then just get back to me and let me know, because I am kind of curious on that. And for anyone who's, you know, on the earlier side of the game, around 3K I think is where JE is, when can you merc ascension? Is it towards, you know, when you're zone 1500? Again, I do it around like 2K, and with you being at, I think you're at like 3300 or 3500, I'd probably do it around 2K. Just try it again at like 2K zones and see how it does for you. Again, that's when it seems to be most effective for me. You're probably not going to be able to do it with like a 1% like I can. You might. I really don't know. Like I said, I haven't experimented. I will have a tutorial series coming up hopefully tomorrow, because I don't think I got it up today. And in that series, I'm hoping to get to a point where I can test that out on a lower level account, which will be fun. And obviously interesting. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing. Not quite here. But yeah. And lastly, we've got one coming in from Francisco. Question: I transcended 150 hours ago, and I still haven't passed my highest zone ever. Progress seems very slow. Any suggestion? I left a pretty good comment back on this, but this could be happening for a couple different reasons. First of all, how many ascensions in are you? Because if you're only, you know, 15 ascensions in, you probably aren't going to be breaking highest zone till you're getting around like 19 to like 23 ascensions. That's generally on the earlier in the game, the average kind of amount of ascensions per transcendence in the earlier game. I wish, actually, I can kind of show you here. You can see a lot of my early games were around 19 to 23, some 24s. This stage of the game, for some reason, were higher. I don't know if it was the way I was playing or if that's just kind of where it happened. But that's around these level zones. But you can kind of compare where you're at in the game by looking at this. Again, I'm not saying I did things right, but just look at them and kind of, you know, base off of what you're looking at in the game. So that could help you. But if you're not quite at that level of ascensions yet, it's probably just because you haven't played enough. And 150 hours is kind of long. I know, again, if you look at my time, I spent a really long time back in the day. I did not go through the game fast. I was very slow progress. I didn't play as much as I do now. I try to play the game more. Things go a little faster for me now too, which helps. But you know, just, you know, that's the first thing to look at. And if that's the problem, just, you know, send more. If honestly you're past that or around that and you're way off of your highest end ever, you're probably honestly spending your ancient souls wrong, or too inefficiently, I should say, because there's really no wrong way to spend them. Spend them the way you want. I went off the spreadsheet. There's a spreadsheet down in the description that goes up to like, I think like 400 ancient souls or something, maybe 500, I forget. And then, or you're spending your hero souls completely wrong. And I always use the calculator, even to this day. For that, I'd like to use the calculator. So definitely check that out as well and compare that, because that could be your problem. But it's probably one of those. I mean, it's got to be one or the other. Like, I don't know what else it really could be. So I'd look into both of those and see kind of how it goes. Anyways, we were passing 140, which is well in 17 minutes. Not bad. That looked really low. Yeah, wow. We either got really unlucky or, yeah, something happened. We got a lot less than I normally would. Normally that's like 2 or 3K, 2.5K. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. If so, please smack the like button. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.